This is Suzuki. He's a workaholic programming an online game. After he worked long hours on debugging the game, Suzuki decides to rest. Sleep is his only justice now. However, he wakes up to find himself in the world of his own digital game, except with a younger self and with the name he gave to his own character, Sadu. An army of lizard men attacks him and shoot a volley of arrows at him. Sadu runs to cover and showers the whole army with a meteor shower, wiping them out. One lizard man is still alive. As he approaches Sadu, tosses him a sword and challenges him to a duel. As Sadu evades the attacks, he notices the lizard man's life bar is almost gone, which means he can win this. By throwing the sword, Sadu slices the soldier in half, killing him. Following that, Sadu discovers he acquired many skills, as his experience and stats increased. An explosion erupts nearby. Sadu runs away as fast as Roadrunner and escapes the flying rocks through a barrier. Sadu then checks his inventory to find lots of money and loots of the lizard men he killed, making him feel like a geek in middle school. Seeing that there's no way back to the normal world, he sets out to explore the virtual one, figuring this could be a good break from Earth. A couple of days pass by, and Sadu approaches Seiryu City. Checking the radar, he spots a wyvern. After following it, he watches an army of soldiers trying to take it down, but their arrows fail to pierce its hard skin as they deflect away. Amongst them, a girl named Xena tries stopping it with her magic as it attacks her, but her attack is reversed at her. Sadu leaps to her rescue and picks her up before she falls and dies, earning the skill of Life Savior. After Xena thanks him, Sadu meets Ayana and Lulio. As the two girls start questioning him, Sadu spins a yarn about being a traveling merchant who's lost his goods and papers since he can't explain how he came here from Earth. The girls then take him to Seiryu City, wherein he takes his official document as a citizen and an entry visa to the city. Sadu roams the city when soon, a girl named Martha invites him to her mother's inn where he books a room. After he's served food, Sadu learns from the innkeeper about the demon lord who was defeated 70 years ago by a hero in this world. There are some rumors that the demon lord might return. As Martha shows him around, he runs into 3 demi-human girls and learns they're slaves in this world. The two then browse the market. Sadu ends up buying a mask and a wig. While in bed, Sadu tries logging out, but it doesn't work, which raises the question of whether or not Sadu will make it back to Earth. The next day, Sadu wakes up to find Xena, who's quite eager to show him around. She buys him ice cream. She shows him what's outside the city walls. She shows him the church and the hero holding a holy sword, and introduces him to the priestess. Xena also shows him the anti-dragon tower that shoots any flying beasts or attacking dragons on sight. The two come to a halt when seeing a commotion in the temple. The 3 demi-humans Sadu met earlier are about to be stoned to death by the public, reasoning that they're devils. While Xena tries talking the people down, Sadu spots the slave's master sitting nearby. Sadu knocks him out, throws him before the people and tells them the master scammed them and stole their money, as he fooled them into thinking the stones they're throwing at the slave girls are holy. A one-eyed demon emerges from the unconscious master and traps the people around in an underground labyrinth. Seeing they weren't named properly, Sadu gives them new names, Lisa, Pachai and Tama. As they try to find a passage through, they encounter a big bug eating a lifeless body. Sadu shoots it dead, cuts its leg, ties a knife to it and crafts a spear for Lisa, while she takes out the bug's course and scores sell well in this world. Sadu and the girls continue to kill more monsters as they progress through the labyrinth and continue to explore it until they rescue 3 men trapped inside spider cocoons. Jin Bolton, Nidoran, and Samaru, who Sadu leaves be, seeing how hostile he is towards the girls. Soon after, Sadu helps the city knights fight off a group of slimes and saves Xena for the second time. More so, the priestess is there. The demon emerges from a treasure box and starts attacking. Out of nowhere, a wolf tackles Sadu. Sadu finds himself in a lower floor. Sadu conjures a sword and slashes the wolf in half as it attacks him. As the demon overwhelms the knights with its rocks, Sadu shows up wearing a different outfit. A wig and a mask and counterattacks the demon with a bigger rock. Suddenly, the godlike demon lord emerges and devours the spider demon. Seeing Sadu's holy sword, demon lord mistakes him for the hero that defeated him. Given that only magical attacks work on demons, Sadu equips another weapon and shoots fire at the demon lord. It worked, as it damaged the demon lord. Sadu switches back to the holy sword and slashes through the demon, killing him, earning the title of Demon Slayer. In the aftermath, everybody returns to the surface. Xena hugs Sadu, who just earned the hero title, the title he wanted a bit earlier. After Sadu makes Pachai, Tama and Lisa his official slaves, Nidoran introduces him to other slaves, Lulu and Arisa. After Sadu buys the 2 girls, he treats them to a delicious meal, buys them clothes and books them rooms where they can stay. During midnight, she opens up about her past and reveals she was a princess living a peaceful life until it all fell apart when a conflict ensued. A neighboring country took over and executed the king and the crown prince in front of their own people. The surviving members of the royal family like her ended up becoming slaves. One day, a demon showed up and burned the whole kingdom. At this time, she escaped with Lulu to the mountains where they met Nidoran. The next day, Sadu has the girls go shopping together, while he and Xena talk to a real estate agent named Natty to help them find a house now that he has a girlfriend and 5 girls under his care. None of the offered houses appeal to Sadu, and he then attends a play with Xena. Following the play, an army of flying ants attacks the city. Even though they couldn't go through the city barrier, the ants managed to narrowly enter the city through the gate. Thanks to the city's strong defenses and Sadu's girls, the ants failed to get the upper hand and invade the city. However, some ants managed to make through to Natty's place, but Sadu is just in time to save her and meets Natty's manager Usuratoya. Now that the city is safe, Sadu and the girls have some dinner. Seeing Lulu's bad health, Sadu goes out to get her some medicine. Out of nowhere, Night Stalkers attack him in an alleyway, but Sadu evades their attacks and shoots them dead. Sadu also finds an injured rat known as Red Helmet, telling him to take care of the unconscious girl wrapped in cloth. Then he takes the two to Usuratoya, who recognizes the elf girl as Princess Mia. The next day, Mia wakes up and meets Sadu. When Sadu analyzes her details, we find out she's 130 years old and adept at wielding water and archery. After Sadu has his girls keep Mia company, Natty informs him of a retired merchant offering his 2-horse wagon for sale. At first, Sadu is reluctant about it but accepts, given Lulu's prior experience driving a 1-horse wagon. Outside the city walls, Lulu teaches Sadu how to control the wagon. Sadu takes the reins before he notices an owl perching on a tree staring inscrutably at him. After his return to the city, Sadu spots the same owl watching him. Following that, Sadu checks on Red Helmet and hears more about what's going on. Mia was abducted by wizards from her village and taken to a place called the Cradle. However, she escaped and encountered Red Helmet and his ratman, who saved her and took her to Seiryu City to meet up with Usuratoya. Finding this out, the wizard sent the army of the flying ants to attack the city. Why Mia was kidnapped in the first place, nobody knows. However, as Sadu notices, Usuratoya seems to know why but doesn't want to share. As thunder strikes, girl screams emanate from downstairs. Again, the same black owl with the same black stare snuck inside. A black cloaked figure emerges, looking at Sadu with eyes glowing in purple. Red Helmet tries to attack, but the figure overwhelms everybody with his psychic magic, instilling fear in them. While Arisa resists with her psychic magic, Sadu activates the skill of fear resistance and lunges at him. Looking at the figure's details, Sadu finds out he's an undead king named Zen, and he's here to retrieve Mia after she got away from him. Sadu tries attacking Zen, but Zen hangs him from his leg thanks to his ability to control the shadows. Sadu breaks free and stops him from attacking the others. Arisa attacks and almost kills Zen, but faints having run out of stamina. Zen takes Mia and gets out through a portal. Sadu goes after him and finds himself in the chamber with Zen and the unconscious Mia. Sadu tries rescuing Mia and is teleported to the Cradle Tower, wherein he meets Dryad, who teleports him to the 100th floor of the tower. There, he encounters 3 girls and a big iron golem which Sadu kills easily with a shot to the head. While the other 2 girls flee the room, one tries killing Sadu, but Sadu knocks her out. Again, Sadu meets up with Dryad, who transports him to the 180th floor. There, Sadu encounters a group of mants and kills them all before he meets up with Zen once more. Sadu demands that Zen hand him Mia and get this over with. But Zen refuses and promises to reward him with a sizable holy sword if he defeats his army. Zen summons an army of iron golems and girls before he ascends to the upper floor, leaving Sadu with a death battle ahead of him. Sadu spears the robots and knocks out all of the girls in an epic battle. After Sadu walks before him alive and well, Zen rewards him with the holy sword. Zen then opens up about his past and reveals he was an ordinary man with a loving wife. However, a noble fell in love with his wife, so he had Zen executed. After his death, Zen became immortal and got his revenge on the nobles who killed him. However, Zen can't reunite with his wife because he can't die. Not wanting to be the next demon lord, Zen has Sadu kill him with the holy sword. Suddenly, the cradle starts its self-destruction protocol. In order to save the unconscious girls he knocked out, he gathers them all in a circle and has Mia transport them away. Still, there's the girl he knocked out on the 100th floor, so he has Mia teleport without him. After getting the missing girl, Dryad transports him to the exit. A tidal wave of salt erupts and Sadu runs his way out. Eventually, Sadu makes it to safety, earning the title of survivor. Sadu reunites with his girls. Grateful that Sadu saved their lives, the girls who were guarding the Zen decide to join the party. Afterwards, Sadu begins a journey to return Mia home. While resting, Mia teaches Sadu and the girls whistling through tree leaves. Later, Sadu checks his inventory to find all of Zen's belongings, powers, books, and memories. He starts reading Zen's book about magic and finds out that magic in this virtual is highly compatible to programming language. Checking the radar, Sadu finds Red Helmet's ratmen who were separated from him while they were saving Mia. While all the girls are asleep, Sadu experiments on the item box and the storage box using 2 burning papers. He stores one in the item box and the other in the storage box. Interestingly, the paper in the item box stopped burning, while the one in the storage box kept burning. Given that, Sadu comes to a conclusion that the data in the storage box doesn't change, which explains why the status of the burning paper didn't change. The next day, the group visits a grave for all the ratmen who died saving Mia. As they continue their journey, Sadu decides to learn alchemy and how to make his own potions. After he succeeds in making his first recovery potions, Sadu finds out he lacks the necessary materials, therefore decides to explore and search for more materials. Therefore, Sadu visits an alchemy shop in a nearby city wherein he asks for more materials. Sadu explores the forest and goes through a barrier to enter the Forest of Illusions.
Leave us a like and subscribe to our channel.